Hey everybody. So I just want to confirm that money is the root of all evil, and everything that I posted, the videos that I posted the other day, should reflect that we as a society really should understand that removing money, greed, competition, profit from our civilization will help us. Um, will help us to create kind of a heaven on earth. We as a society do not focus on what we need to focus on, which is creating one good product we could all share, and then sharing that equally with everyone. Instead of profiting from each other, instead of making us work for a living, pay bills, and then go out there and make the money so we can pay the money. We can make the money, wasting 8 hours a day working, 8 hours a day sleeping, and 8 hours a day protecting, running around, chasing after, and just trying to find new ways to make money so we can survive. That's what we do as a civilization. And the videos that I posted today, they represented what we go through, the struggles, the untrustingness that we feel towards people because of money, right? Because money is more important than human life. And until money no longer becomes more important than human life, what you saw in those videos is what we go through as a civilization. We drive ourselves crazy trying to figure out how to make it. It's like, oh my God, did I have a trust fund and did they take it away from me? Oh my God, did they do this to me all because of money? Because money is more important than human life. And the more we promote, support, and make money so important, the more we take our own human being, the own spiritual being that we are, out of the picture and leave us as slaves to the wealthy, because the wealth creates poverty, right? Those 1,159 billionaires that control the fate of humanity, right? They control our lives. They force us to work, they force us to hold up that pyramid, and they create poverty, right? So you want to rid yourself of poverty? We look at it around and say, oh, there's so much poverty out there. Oh, how do we help the poor? It's like, you help the poor, get rid of the rich. If you get rid of the rich, there'll be no more poor. Everything would be equal. Everything would be shared equally. But instead, we focus on greed, we focus on competition, we focus on profiting from each other as human beings. And what does that do? It leaves us scared. It leaves us not trusting people, or it leaves us doing the same thing that they're doing to each other, which then, if you do believe in a heaven, if you believe there's a God up there going to judge you at your death or whenever, at some point in your life, there is some entity up there that looks at you and says, why did you profit from each other? Why did you profit from each other as human beings instead of helping each other? That's what we need to do. We need to share everything equally. That's what tribal cultures did before there was a monetary system. And the monetary system is what corrupted humanity, is what corrupted our society, is what corrupts us every day. It's what drives us crazy. It's what drives us into trying to find a place to live and not knowing where to go. And I can't afford this, so I got to work 12 hours a day, but then I have to sleep 8 hours, so then I only have 4 hours to fuck myself to do things, and I don't have the time. I never have the time. Everybody says I never have the time for anything. I don't know where is it going. My life is a third of your life, 8 hours a day, a third of your life goes to working for them, those billionaires, right? A third of your life goes sleeping, because you need to sleep, right? You need to sleep to be able to go to work, right? And the other 8 hours, we protect, manage, try to make more of, chase money into hell. So, I hope I freaked some people out that watched those videos and said, oh my God, this is really some of those things that I put in the video actually did happen and are happening here and there. But I wanted to stress a point that because that is happening to us, because we have to pay for a living that those billionaires charge us, as society charges us, because we have to pay for that, then that becomes our stress. That becomes our worry. That becomes the things in life that we focus on every minute of the day until we're dead. When we're born, we're born into existence. They charge us. They charge you, come out of your mom's womb. They charge you in the hospital. They charge you they charge you for school. They charge you through all the way to your death. And then at the death, you got to pay for that coffin. Then they stick you in the ground or whatever. When they cremate you, whatever it is, they charge you, right? That's not what tribal cultures did. That's what our modern day society does. And it's not a modern day society. It's a modern day slavery. That's what we are facing with, a modern day slavery. Something that is taking that spiritual being that we are, that perfection that the universe and everything around us does, right? That is taken away from us, and we're forced into the stressful 8 hours a day working, 8 to 10 hours a day working, 8 hours sleeping, and then the rest of the time to enjoy ourselves as we rush around trying to figure out what to do. And we watching TV, and then we go to sleep, and then go back and do the same day. Every day. Imagine if there was no money, competition, greed, all these insurance companies wouldn't exist, banks wouldn't exist. All these companies, right? All these companies that do nothing but manage, protect, and filter through money, payroll, all this stuff wouldn't exist. We would all just be working 3 to 4 hours a day, all together to create one good product. The one good product, any color, any shape, but the one good product we could all share, and then based on that sharing, okay, we can then have the rest. Imagine that instead of having 8 hours and 8 hours, you'd have 4 hours working and then 20 hours to do whatever you need to do, and none of that would be managing, protecting, and chasing after money because you cannot afford to live because every day of your life you have to pay for a living. Oh yeah, you could live on $1 a day if you freaking homeless. Because what is your choices? Either when you don't work, you're either going to be homeless, right? You're going to have to beg for money, right? You're going to have to steal for money, or the other things you have to do for money. Because everything you have to do in life is for money. Money has become our God. And those billionaires up there sitting on top of that pyramid, laughing at all of us, saying, ha, 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 ha. They believe that we're so much better than them because we're billionaires. They've won. Unless the 7 billion poor realize that they're holding up that pyramid, walk away from that pyramid, watch it collapse, and then once it collapses, walk back into those buildings and do it right. Someone has to do it right. Someone has to be the person, okay? Or a group of people have to be the people that say, okay, no more profit, no more greed, no more competition, no more having to pay somebody to, 7 billion people could all be taught how to build a middle-class house, and we'd all have middle-class houses instead of having all these freaking poor houses and then these billionaire houses that $1 million homes that are worth so much more every day. Don't forget, every piece of land that is owned by anyone is not owned by anyone. Mother Earth owns it. And any point at any point when she gets tired of us, she's gonna wipe us all away. So land ownership and house ownership and all this stuff that we do and we accumulate, it's garbage. It's an illusion. Because all that could be taken away in a split second. And don't think that Mother Earth hasn't done this to other civilizations in this existence. But we've been around, this planet's been around for like a billion years, 2 billion years, 100 billion years, whatever it is. And we've been around, 40, 50,000 years at the most. So you think about it, how many civilizations got to this point we are, and then Mother Earth said, you know what, enough of you drilling into my body and sucking out the blood, okay? Enough of you destroying my waters and everything. Enough of this, enough of taking my land and claiming it as your land. It is not your land, it is not my land, it is nobody's land but Mother Earth. And she allows us to live on it. Respecting that and sharing that equally with every human being is what she, and if there is a God up there, wants. Not profiting, not competing, and not destroying each other's lives, just so those billionaires. Just so those billionaires, right, could stay up there living that life of luxury and promoting that illusion that they're more worthy than you are. That painting on sitting at the Vatican, that priceless piece of artwork at the Vatican. They've actually believed that God thinks that a piece of artwork is worth more than human life. So tell me that religion isn't currently corrupted by money, right? Because there is no priceless work of art, right? There's only a priceless human being, and they've taught you, right? They've taught you that you're not priceless, that the price tag on your head, that you're worth something, and me, the billionaires, are worth so much more than you. So, I hope you like my little forte into acting and all the other videos that I did today. Again, they would prove a point, and hopefully they did. Thank you. Namaste.